Welcome to episode 10 of the Blue Screen Podcast, and I'm your host, Abongile Papa, as usual. Man, it's been a while, it's been a minute, it's been some time, and let me explain myself. The reason why I've been not uploading any episodes for so long is first of all, number one is I felt like at the beginning when I started this podcast, I wanted to cater so much to beginning traders, because I know what it feels like to be a beginning trader, to be frustrated, especially if you're trying to learn trading from YouTube just like I did. And I wanted to provide people with information that I wish I had, and I feel like I did that already in the very few episodes that I did. I feel like there's nothing more I can really talk about that can help exclusively a new trader. So I want to take a new direction and take this more to great everyday information that any trader can use. Any trader can use this information. Just like last time, you remember last time we were talking and I spoke about gold making all-time highs, and at that time gold had not made all-time highs, and I had my reasons for saying that gold might make all-time highs. If you want to hear those reasons, watch the previous episode. Wait, is it the previous episode? It's one of those, but I know it's written something about gold, which is what I trade, and which is what we're talking about today. And then reason number two is that, just like I said in that episode where I was talking about gold making all-time highs, is that I shared a sentiment that I don't want gold to make all-time highs, because the style of trading that I used to trade, at least, which is Malaysian SNR, is not very suited for all-time highs, because you really don't know what to target, and the volatility is just too much for me to have a fixed stop loss, and every time I try to enter positions while it's at high volatility and all-time highs, I'll get kicked out of that trade. So I just decided to just like all great traders do, I took a new direction and I figured out a new strategy, a new way of trading, which is still Malaysian based, because I like that culture of trading. It's very unique. It's nothing like I've heard. I wish that we had more of that type of thing in South Africa, because there it's traders, it's very easy to see who's faking and who's not, because everybody's posting charts, which is why I'm submerged in that culture and I really love it. But right now we're not talking about technicals today. We're talking about more fundamentals, specifically sentimental analysis, which is basically you analyzing the sentiment of traders through the commitment of traders data. So basically, in a nutshell, the commitment of traders data shows you that what traders are doing at a specified time, and this is historical data. It's kind of they're not showing you what traders are doing exactly at the time that you want to trade, but they show you enough of a time frame for you to be able to figure out a way to make that profit you, for example. Which is why exactly I think that gold might be near its high. It might either go down for a very deep pullback and go higher, or it could also, and by the way, these are such bizarre times fundamentally, because what I'm used to as far as fundamentals in terms of gold is that in times of crisis, gold goes up, and when gold goes up, the dollar goes down, But now the dollar is going up and gold is going up. I'm like, what the hell? But I do understand why that's happening. It's because of geopolitical events that are going on right now, which are pulling gold higher, and that's and also the kind of interest rate decision thing that's kind of making everybody tense and so uncertain. So gold is a safe haven asset, which means that when people are at feel like there's turmoil or there's uncertainty, people like to buy gold, so which is why we're seeing gold making all-time highs. But at the same time, the dollar is making all-time highs because of interest rates, because people are thinking that at least traders, right, this is their thought process, is that gold, what am I talking about? Gold, I'm talking about the dollar. The interest rate decision is what's causing the dollar, because a lot of currencies right now, countries, entities want to cut rates, and it's all about who's going to cut rates first. And the dollar is projected to be able to like not cut rates for a while right now because of certain reasons, which is too much work to speak about because I didn't plan on speaking about this. So let me talk about what I did plan on speaking about, which is the COT data. And the COT data is split into two basically, which is the retail sentiment, which is me and you, everyday traders. We trade, and then that data gets recorded. However they record it, I do not care. But however they record it, and then we get those as percentages, as in, if let's say 60% of us are buying at a certain time, that's what is going to show on the commitment of traders thingy, on the retail commitment of traders. And then there is the smart money side, which is what I call it, but it's really basically hedge funds and managed money that kind of like they are forced by law to put out their positions in terms of like what they are buying and selling at a certain time period, And you remember when gold was making all-time highs, right? What I saw the retail sentiment do was, it was actually like nearly 70% of retail traders were shorting the market, and time it was making all-time highs because they saw that price made all-time highs before, and then it went down quickly. Then it did that again, then went down quickly. Then it did that again, then went down quickly. And then it did that like, I think it was December or November, but sometime last year it tried to go up, then it was expelled down fast. And then so retail traders were expecting the same thing to happen, and guess who was expecting this to happen too? It was smart money, because liquidity and stuff. So they took price higher, and right now it seems that retail sentiment is starting to wake up, because about 45% of traders now are starting to be long gold right now, which is good because that's the trend right now, and it's better to be with the trend. It's like you could buy right now with the trend and you're most likely to make money. Not that you're guaranteed to make money, but you're most likely to make money on the long side of the market when the trend is long, And so that's what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing that retail traders are starting to shift their mindset from a selling mindset to more like a buying mindset. And right now it's just that one thing that I don't like though about the, at least where I get it from, the smart money side of it, it takes a long time for them to update this data. So the data that I got right now is from the 9th of April. Starting from the 9th of April, it says that 84.15% of managed money has been long. And I'm getting this information from Trading Gister. I'm not sure if that's how you say that word, but I'm just gonna like screenshot it, then put it on the like screen so you can see it. and they're saying that 84.15% of managed money is long. So I would like to see an updated version of these numbers so I can make a proper decision. But right now I'm leaning more towards that this trend just might die down. But also one thing that makes me not commit to like this being the last of the highs is because Iran over the weekend did some crazy things and sent some missiles to Israel. And gold, when there's war times, gold goes up. So that's something that I kind of want to see, like what's going to happen with that before I like start getting short. But I'm not going to get short until my technical analysis also tells me that it's time to short. But as far as retail traders are starting to wake up and see that this is actually an uptrend. So if now retail traders are like about 50% of retail traders start being long, that's when I'm going to be like, nah, this is probably the last of it. So, and another part, because there's like, I pay attention to only two columns of the like smart money thingy, smart money commitment of traders side. I only pay attention to two things because there is like about four columns, which is reportables, I forgot the other one, but the two that I look at are producer merchant and managed money. And what these show me is that with the producer merchant, if you think about it, right now gold is like the most expensive that it has ever been, meaning that these producer merchants who are actually buying real gold are buying less of it because it's more expensive, but that equals to more profit for them. So it's not like they're complaining about people buying less gold or selling less gold, but their stats say that they are 69.03% short. But that's something that you really need to understand from a business perspective, from an entrepreneurial perspective, because the markets are kind of like very whimsical, right? Like, you remember when Donald Trump was president and he would send out a tweet, and then for some reason the market would start shorting because Donald Trump tweeted out something. That's the same thing. So that's what I mean when I say it's whimsical. So once I see that producer merchant are actually short, that means that, right, they are selling less gold. That makes sense. If something is more expensive, you are most likely expected to sell less of it, and when it's very cheap, you are most likely to sell more of it, So that's what I mean by that. And then so that's what happens. That means producers and merchants are buying less gold and they are selling more gold. I mean, they are selling more gold right now because it's expensive and it's of more profit for them to sell gold. So that's why I think that this uptrend for gold just might, and I say might be, but the only thing that kind of like ruffled my feathers is that Iran, man, come on, bro. Like, Iran just went and did some crazy things on Israel, and I don't condone those type of things. I don't get that though. Like, why are we at war with our brothers and sisters, man? Come on, bro, chill. There's no well, I get why you're at war, but I don't think it's not something that we can not talk about. You get me? Maybe you can talk it out and like hug it out, but that's just my prerogative on the issue. Man, I wish you all the best trading, because right now I've been doing some phenomenal trading since I switched styles, and it's so like great because that's actually one of the things that you need to do as a trader. When you see something is not working, stop trying to force it and like figure out a new way to do this. The same thing that you were doing, figure out a new way to do it. That's what I did, and that kind of like shows me, and that's the first time I've had to do that since I've been profitable as a trader, and that's a great thing, man. So while you're here, you might as well like, comment and subscribe, because if this video helps you in any way, like, comment and subscribe, man. Anyways, from me, I am out. I wish you all the blue screens in the world.